What's up, Kyiliaaa TV? It's your girl Kyiliaaa, and we're back with another video. Before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn that post notification on, and get that bell a ring-a-ding-ding. Guys, I'm back. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just so happy to be back. First, I want to say I miss everybody. I know y'all been, people have been talking to me like, where the videos at? Where the videos at? Y'all, the end of fall semester, that's all I gotta say, to it. But I had a great time. I love college. I love my school. It's just, I can't wait for the spring semester. I know how I'm coming. Like, I feel like I got, the gist of how to go, like what is college and what's the vibe of it. So I feel like I'm gonna be very successful in the upcoming school year in 2024. I'm excited to bring you guys along, and I had to really find my balance in school, pretty much, with making content, doing track, and going to school, doing track, and making content. Like, that was a lot of stuff. Like, it was a lot. So I had to really be like, okay, what's important? Like, my mental health, school, like, these are the things that are important. So I have to make sure I can do that first before I can make content for you guys. And I'm a person that's gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I had to take my own time to get myself together, to make sure my grades was good, make sure I'm doing what I need to do. So yeah, now I'm back. We don't went to break, but I'm back to making more content. I have some ideas because I have to move back in, so it's gonna be a lot of new things coming up for the spring semester. Basketball season. I know what else is coming up. Basketball spring break is coming up. Like, it's a lot of different things coming up. I can't just think of it at the top of my head, but yes, guys, I'm back. I know some of y'all was asking. Thank you for asking. Make sure you continue to subscribe. We are on the road to 350 subscribers, and I'm so happy. Like, even though I haven't been posting and all that stuff, like, I see people still commenting, people still liking, y'all still doing y'all thing, and I'm loving it. Heart out to you. Heart. But today I'm really like answering some questions, and I'm talking about something specific pertaining to my school, because this was a requested like video or whatever. So I'm gonna make sure, if y'all ask me for a video, I'm gonna get it done. Like, I'm gonna do it because this is the content y'all want to see, you know what I mean? So first, I want to just give a little overview, introduce myself over, because we do have some new subscribers. They don't know, like, what is my major, who am I, all this other stuff. They've been finding my account, so I want to like introduce myself. So this is Kyiliaaa TV. Welcome. I am a freshman at Sam Houston State University, that is in Huntsville, Texas. My major is geology, so I'm a STEM major. My minor is environmental science. If you go to Sam Houston, comment down below. Like, you know what happened, like, the bill we get down. So go ahead and comment down below. You go to Sam Houston and tell me a little fun fact or something. I don't know. But if you watching this video, whatever school you go to, comment down below. So yeah, so I can see what we working with the subscribers, who go to what school. If you don't go to school, comment, it don't matter. But yeah, so pretty much that's a little bit like school wise. I am on the track and field team. I am a walk-on the track and field team, and I know somebody had asked me pretty much what was the process, and I kind of want to go in depth, like, what was the process and how did I make it happen, pretty much. So I came from an all-girls school that wasn't, they had track and field, but they didn't have, it wasn't as big as some of the Texas schools, pretty much. And I went to regionals, I went to all of that stuff. I was winning medals and everything, and I had some videos of how I was running, all that. So I found out who the head coach of the school was, and I don't know if this is for every school, but this is just me recommending little stuff, and this is what I did in order to get on the team. So first, I figured out who the coach was. I did my research, found who the head coach was, not the assistant, the head coach, the top person. I found them, I emailed him, and I pretty much explained, like, this my name, this was school I'm coming from. And this was before I had got into Sam Houston, but I hadn't, you know, checked in my dorm, did all that. I haven't did all that, but I got into Sam Houston, and Sam Houston was on the top of my list. But I knew that my school was small, so I was kind of like, I don't think they gonna really see my film and all this stuff, because I go to a super small school. Like, yes, I'm winning against these people in this small division, but it's not really standing out pretty much. So what I did was, I emailed him and I said, hey, my name is Kyiliaaa. I go to such high school. It's a small school. I do run this, and this. These are some of my times. Can you please let me know what's the process and the days on when you can walk on? Because I have been doing research on how to, like, what is walk on pretty much. Because normally in track you try out and then you on the team or something, like that's it. But in college, they either recruit you or you can be a walk-on. So since they didn't recruit me, or I wasn't like getting looked at by that Sam Houston specifically, I emailed him. So he didn't say nothing the first email, and I sent it like twice. I sent the same email twice, and he responded and was like, I'm sorry like for the late response, but I'm gonna put you in this big group with other walk-ons, like an email group with other walk-ons, and I'm gonna pretty much tell you like when the walk-on dates are, when there's gonna be the first meeting. He said a meeting, and then he said it was like some more like the actual tryout days. So he sent me the first, like a couple days or weeks later or whatever, he sent an email saying, okay, on this day is when we having a meeting. It's gonna be in this building, be there, or you don't want to be there. So pretty much, like, I'm gonna pause the story. Oh, it's a lot. It's like a little story time. But anyways, I'll say like a tip is to like get in contact with the head coach and like really be adamant about what you want. Like if they ain't answer you, like be on it, like email them, keep emailing them until they gon' like answer. Cause sometimes they got a lot of stuff to do. They gotta the throwers, the jumpers, the trade, they got cross country. It's other people they gotta deal with. So don't be like, dang, they don't want me. Like, I could have been like that, but I was like, y'all finna answer me. You either gonna say yes or you either gonna say no. One of them answers pretty much. So that's what I really did. Like I emailed twice, I think, and eventually he was like, oh, I'm sorry, and he gave me the information. So I was like, okay, that's my little shot or whatever. And when he told me, oh, this is the location, this the time, and when I was, you know, I'm a freshman. I know where a few things on campus is, but I don't really know that much on campus. I did my research. I was like, oh, asking people like, where is such and such field house? What room is this in? Because he just gave me, it's in this building, this time. Like, I don't really know that much. So I had to like ask around, figure some stuff, make it shake. You know what I mean? And I feel like that really helped me to get out to know other athletes on Sam Houston. So I feel like when you email or when you talk to whoever, like, or they tell you need to be here, if you're trying to get on a basketball team, if you're trying to get on a baseball team, anywhere, any university, I feel like you should be adamant and figure things out. Like, hey, can you let me know the address? If you don't know, you need to figure out, because you're a freshman, so don't just sit there and be like, dang, he sent it to me, but I don't know where to go. Like, don't be like that. Don't be like that. So figure it out. That's what I did. I figured out where it was, and the time, I don't remember the time off the top of my head, but like, okay, the time was at 12. Just say that. I was there at like 11:30. I was there early, like, to show like I'm on time. I'm a person who about something. So if you tell me this time, I'm gonna be there, coach. I'm not on a team yet or anything, but like, I'm showing you that my effort is meaningful, pretty much. That's what I'm saying. So we had the meeting. He started telling us like, everybody in this room, y'all are all considered walk-ons. Like, if you in this room, you will be like, you are in the process of doing the trials. If you're not in the room, then they not doing it, because he's pretty much saying like, if you didn't come to this meeting, then you really didn't want to be a walk-on person, or you didn't want to try out to be on the team or whatever. So yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm in the process. Okay, I'm like, okay, I haven't did nothing, but like, I showed up. That's the first thing. You could show up. That's all you have to do. So we show up. He tell us that, and then after that, he was like, it's a 3-day process. So The first day you would do something and they would let you know if you made cuts. Then the second day if you made cuts, and then the third day is when if you come back the third day, that means you made it. So I'm like, okay, boom, boom, boom. And I had been practicing over the summer because my mom was like, I'm trying to get on the track team. I'm trying to get on somebody's team. If I didn't get on the track team, I was going to get on the cheer team. I was trying, like, I'm not going to be sitting in college not doing nothing. Like, I love track or whatever. So, boom. Oh my goodness, I'm talking. So, boom, he tell us that, and he tell us, okay, each day you got like a week. It was a week until the tryouts. So I'm training, I'm at the rig, I'm like running, I'm doing abs, I'm doing arms, I'm doing whatever I need to do. Boom, boom. So, I'm gonna pause the story. Typically, for me, I don't know about anybody else, but when you trying to get on a track team, you either running the 400, the 200, the 100. It's like time trials, like they gonna time you. So at first I'm thinking, oh, we gotta run each race. Like, that's what I'm thinking. They probably gonna weigh us. I'm thinking stuff like that. No. Let me tell y'all. So I'm there, I got my spikes, I'm like in my like athletic outfit, you know, I finna run. I'm thinking like, we finna run. That's what, you know, track trials normally is. No, we did not do none of that. Let me tell y'all. The first thing we did, okay, we ran one time. The first thing we did was, it was like 30, 60, 90 pretty much. But it was like timers throughout the 30, 60, 90. So you was at the start. And each 30, 60, and 90, there was these meters that could time you when you pass through the meters. I mean, when you pass through these devices. So at 30, it was a device. At 60, it was a device. And at 90, it was a device. And you had to run straight through, like 100 meters. You had to run straight through. And he would tell you the time. And you got two chances, and you had to beat your time. So that was the first thing on day one we did, like off the bat. It was about 4 girls and it was more boys, maybe 5 or 6 boys or something. I don't know. So we all had to run, like girls run. It was individual, like on your mark, get set, go. He was like, oh, your 30 was 3 seconds, your 60 was this seconds, and your 90 was that seconds. And then he would write it down. And if you wanted to know, you can pretty much ask him like, what was my last time? And you could try to beat it. So that was the first thing for day one. Then the second thing for day one was we had to, it was weird stuff. I ain't gonna cap. Because I was like, what is this? But I don't know. So that was the first day. The second day was we had to get, I mean, not the second day. The first day, I believe. The first day, we had to get this ball. It was like just like a hammer, I mean like a shot put type ball, but it was like squishy a little bit. A ball, and it didn't weigh that much, not at all. Did not weigh that much, like 3 pounds and barely. And we had to try to throw it as far as we could. And it was some other athletes that are already on the team. They were there, like practicing, doing all that stuff. And they had told us, like, if you hit past this marker, that's really good. That's what we're hitting, and we're freshmen. Or, like, I'm a sophomore, and that's what I hit when I was a freshman. They were giving us advice. So, I was like, okay, let me see what this is. Whoop-de-whoop. And I'm like, why are we throwing a ball? Like, I'm kind of confused because I signed up here to be a 400. I'll be a 400 meter runner, 200, you know, relay. That's me. That's what I did in high school. So I'm kind of like, okay, I guess we throwing balls. Like, I don't know. So I literally got the ball and I just started throwing it. Like, we had to get it in our hand and you had to throw it behind you over your head like that. And y'all, I'm like, okay. So he writing it down. It was the assistant coach. He's the throwing coach. He was writing our stuff down. He was like, oh, this is good, this good. And he told me and this other girl, he told us that we did it really good. So I'm like, okay, that's good. And he just was like, that form was good. The coach was, that specific assistant coach was telling me like, oh, that form was good. I'm like, you never thrown before? And I'm like, no, like, I'm a runner, that's it. But he was like, oh, they did good. The boys went, they did good. We had to throw it behind us, and then we had to throw it in front of us, like throw it over your head, like throw it as far as you can. So them two, that was day one. So they was like, all right, y'all could go home. We'll email you if you made it to day two. If you don't get no email, then you won't make it. And they'll give you the email that night. So I went back to the dorm. This was let me pause. I'm sorry. This was before school started. That's another thing. School started on August 23rd or 24th. This was like August 15th. Alright, like in that area. School had not started, so nobody was in school. We freshmen at Sam Houston, you're just on campus. You're not at school yet. I don't know if every school do that, but yeah, we were not at school. We were at school, but we were not like in class, like all that stuff. So you didn't have to worry about that. You was just worrying about getting on the team. So let me add that in there. So then, y'all, that night, I think I was eating dinner or something, or I don't know what I was doing. It was something. And I got the email, and I was like, yes, thank you, Lord. Like, okay, I'm going to the second round. Let's go. I was like, let's go. So then, the second day, I had called my dad and told him, like, all the stuff that we was doing. And he was like, normally you do, you know, like time trials, you running. But he told me that, like, they probably are like, duh, everybody here probably can run. Like, if you trying out for a D1 track team, of course you can run. We all know that. But can you listen to critiques? Can you, if a coach tell you to do something, like, can you do that? Do you have the strength to do this or this or that? So the throwing of the ball was about strength and stuff, and your legs and your arms. The running was seeing about your start, like, do you get on the ground? They were trying to see that type of stuff. So at first I was thinking, oh, it's about time. They looking for somebody with 53 seconds, you know, all that stuff. But it wasn't even about that. So like I said, after I had received the email, I called my dad, I talked to him and everything. After that, the next day happened. I came and I'm like, I know we ain't running. I hope we not running. And we wasn't running. We didn't run. Like, we didn't. So the next thing we had to do was we had to literally jump in the pit. You know, like the long jump pit. We had to jump in the pit. They wanted us to do a 3-step jump. So like 1, 2, 3, jump in the pit. And I'm thinking, like, do they think we trying to sign up for long jump? Or I'm thinking, like, I ain't did this in a minute. Like, I have done long jump. I did long jump in middle school and high school. But I'm thinking, like, what's going on? So yeah, I'm like, what's going on, y'all? So after that, they had let us go, and it was some other runners that were already on the team. They were doing it as well, and we pretty much got a little advantage because they I guess, let me start up, I'm sorry. I guess every couple of months or every beginning of the season, they do these little drills that we were doing to try out. So the head coach wanted to see, could we match the numbers that these people that are already on the team are doing. So we doing the exact same thing. Because at first I was like, why are they doing the same thing? But they're literally getting data or numbers on who is throwing this, how much strength do she got, how much do he jump, oh, his legs are really flowing when he jumps, or they're getting everything. They not just getting running. So that's what I kind of learned through the tryout. So we're jumping, we have to do the 1, 2, we have to do like step, jump. And it wasn't like long jump technique or anything. You didn't have to have any experience about that. It's just like a little jump and see how far can you really extend your body to the fullest. So they gave us like 3 jumps and they wrote it down. 3 jumps, we wrote it down. I think they make us do, I can't remember, it was like 1 or 2 more little small drills. I think it was something with the ball again. But we only did like 2 things per day. So they told us, they came together and was like, oh, if y'all get the email for the 3rd day, then y'all good. So I'm like, okay, boom. Then on the that night, I got another email and I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. I'm about to 1 more day and I'm set. So I'm thinking, oh, I don't know what we finna do. Like, I don't know. And I'm like, I don't know what we finna do. Like, I'm a little nervous, like, because I like to know, I like to be prepared. Like, if you have a lecture, I mean, if you have a presentation, you like to know what you finna speak about. You don't, like, I don't like to be like that. That's just me. So then, y'all, excuse me. So then, y'all, I'm like, what we finna do? And it was only after that point, the numbers had started getting smaller and smaller. I forgot to say that. So it was only 3 girls. It was only 3 girls and like 3 boys. Everybody had like condensed down. So people was not getting the email pretty much. So I'm like, dang, everybody gone. Like, how many people they are letting on the team? So then they were like, people were just getting a little excited, like, oh, we on a team. And I was like, wait, what? I thought you had to go through all 3 days. The last 3rd day, they gonna email you and tell you, like, hey, you're on the team officially. But they asked the head coach, and he was like, yes, if you lasted to the 3rd day, you're on the team. So I'm like, hey, let's get it. Like, I'm on the team because I did the stuff. So he was like, but I gotta do like 1 more test on y'all, and then I'm gonna like talk to y'all. I got some stuff to talk to y'all about, like all that stuff, whatever. So I'm like, okay. I call my dad, tell him real quick, and I'm gonna tell him like, oh, I'm gonna call you back once I get whatever the head coach talking about. So the last test we had to do was on this black square. We had to jump as high as we could, and it's pretty much seeing how long you stay in the air, and they had to write it down. So everybody was around. It was like a huddle pretty much. You jump on the platform, you do it like 3 times, and you pretty much he take your best jump. So that's what it was. Really easy, nothing too crazy. And he was like, he was gonna talk to us and everything like that. So pretty much what he told us was that we're on the team, but we would not be able to get merch, all that, like the full 9 yards yet until a 12-week program. So pretty much what the 12-week program was pretty much saying was, we need to see how you work out. We need to see how you follow directions. We need to see, are you really committed to be on a D1 team? So from August all the way to the Thanksgiving break, that's 12 weeks. He pretty much said that we would pretty much be working out, doing whatever, doing this, doing that, doing this, right? So I was kind of like, okay, 12 weeks. I know, like, I could be committed for 12 weeks. I could show you. And he was like, everybody not going to be here after the 12 weeks. So, like, you got to come on. You got to be serious. You got to be ready to do what you need to do. So I'm like, okay, babe. Pretty much, like, it sound good to me. Like, everything sound good. But then the assistant coach that I told y'all about, the throwing coach who was taking our measurements and stuff, he had pulled me to the side and was asking my name and like what school I went to a little bit, like just like what do I run? And I was like, yeah, I'm just a runner. I used to do long jump, but like not no more because I had shin splints, all that whatever. And he was like, well, I want you on the throwing team. And I'm kind of like, throwing team. But then I'm like, okay, if you want me on the throwing team, because I knew some background about track, pretty much. And my background knowledge was kind of thinking that if I join the track running team, right, I would have to compete for my spot all the time. I know that. And I know you have to compete for your spot when you throw, when you jump. You have to compete. But they told us that it was 150 athletes already on the team. So when he told me, the head coach and the throwing coach told me that since the throwing coach felt me when I was throwing the ball and just doing the little stuff, he felt like my legs were strong enough. I looked very strong with no technique. I looked like I could pick up some stuff very fast. So I'm being obedient, listening to whatever this is pretty much. That's all I'm saying. Like whatever this is, I'm being obedient. I'm like, okay, if that's what y'all want me to do, I'm gonna do it. I'm on a D1 team, get merged, get all this stuff. If I stay committed and be focused for the next 12 weeks, I'm finna do it. You know, like that's what I was. So yeah. So y'all, once the coach had started talking to me, telling me like, oh, I want you on our team, I'm kind of like, you know, I'm being obedient. Like I said, I'm being obedient. And I called my dad and was pretty much saying how like this coach is saying he want me on his team. He's a part, let me pause. He a part of the Sam Houston team. He's assistant coach, and he works with the throwers, okay? So if the other coaches don't say, I want this person or I want this person when you walk on, this is for Sam Houston only. If they don't say nothing, then you're gonna go to the running side, the running group, and they'll figure out which group are you supposed to run in. So once he told me that I got pulled to be, like, I got picked to be the throwing team, a part of the throwing team, I was kind of like, I've never thrown before, like, I hope you know that. Like, he was like, that doesn't matter, you have the legs, you have the you're open to listening, you're quick at learning stuff, you're good. So after that, like, that kind of wraps up the whole story, like how I got on the team. Like, persistence, communication, and just being myself. Like, I literally did not do anything like over the top, spectacular, like anything like that. Like, I literally just went out there, gave it my best, did my best, prayed about it, and God made it happen. That's it. Nothing was done like spectacular, none of that, y'all. I'm trying to make sure y'all know that, like, it's not about, for me, it's not about, yeah, of course it's about work ethics, all that stuff. Like, you should be working hard. It's not just, oh, you could just get on the track team any kind of way. No, you just gotta have that drive, and you have to be persistent to be like, I'm gonna make sure I'm on this team, I'm gonna do everything to be on the team. And like, now, speaking currently after the 12-week program, because now it's winter break, so I'm about to go into the next semester. Like, this has been like the best experience I could say. Like, every day at practice, labs, that team bonding, like, constant encouragement from my coach, the general big team meetings. And you may be like, dang, do you even see the running people? Like, yeah, like, I do see them. Like, I still think like, oh, I wish I could run, but like, this is the path that I'm on, like, throwing. So that's what I do now. I'm considered a women's hammer thrower. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but like, that's a whole different video. If y'all want that video, and if y'all got more questions, like, it's a whole, I don't want to keep prolonging the video, but yeah, like, it's more stuff to talk about. If y'all have more questions about like what is hammer throw, all that stuff, make sure y'all comment down below that y'all have more questions, or make another video, part 2, I don't know, figure whatever. Just let me know. But I hope like I really in-depth explain my personal process of joining the Sam Houston track and field team, and I made it very clear, like, I came from a very small school. I was not in no big school. I didn't have the like top-notch coach when I was in high school. Like, I had a good coach that motivated me, made sure I did everything I need to do, gave me the drive, my parents, and I just trusted and believed in God that he was gonna do it, and that this was a goal that I really wanted to accomplish, to get on a D1 track team. That was very big, and now I could, like, I'm on the D1 team, like, I'm a D1 athlete and all that. So yeah, like, I'm truly blessed, and I'm glad that somebody asked about this, to create this video so I can tell other people about it. I'm really happy that I got to make this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Remember to comment your school, comment if you go to Sam, and comment if you want to have more questions or anything like that. Feel free, I will answer any questions. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. Don't forget to comment. Like I said again, don't forget to comment. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Have a great holidays. I don't know when I'll see you guys, but I have so many ideas. I'm gonna get them done. I need to be consistent on my content. I'm gonna start back on my content for real. I got the balance of school, so I'm excited. I'm ready. Your girl is ready. I'm just so happy, on the road to 350 subscribers. We can do, we almost to 500. We can do it. I love each and every one of you. Thank you, Lord, for all this that you have done this far. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Love you guys.